Hello beauties, welcome back to my channel. My name is Favorn and today I'm back with another makeup tutorial. Today we're going to learn how to apply eyeshadow. So if you're new here, kindly don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I post. And also, in case you're interested in knowing how you can apply your eyeshadow, just keep on watching. Let's get started. Yeah, I'm going to first work on my eyebrows off camera and then I come back. Okay, now I'm done with my eyebrows and now let's get into this. Let's first learn the tips on the ones you should follow when you're going to apply eyeshadow. The first thing you should put in mind is to have the right tools, and those are the eyeshadow brushes. I have a tutorial about brushes, you can check it out, their uses, such things, but we have eyeshadow brushes. These are some of what I have. Have a crease brush, fluffy brush, a flat brush or concealer brush. It's also used when applying eyeshadow. Have so many brushes. This one is also called a crease brush. I don't know. Concealer, you need setting powder, you need an eyeshadow palette when you're going to apply your eyeshadow. In order for things to come out very good, you need eyeshadow primer. So I'm going to start off. Hey beauties, the first thing you should put in mind is to first prime your eyelids. You can either use an eyeshadow primer or a concealer to do that job, and the use of this is that it will give your eyeshadow a longer lifespan throughout the day than when you have not first primed it first. So today I'm going to use the concealer from the Articus in order to prime my lids. As I've told you, you can either use an eyeshadow primer or a concealer, any concealer. So this is what I'm going to use, and let's see how I'm going to do it. So with priming my eyelids, I'm going to go on with the flat brush, and this is how it looks like with my concealer, and I'm going to apply the concealer on both sides. Apply it on my eyelids like that. Now after applying on my eyelid, I'm going to go on with another brush in order to blend it in very well. So now I'm going to go on with this brush in order to blend everything very well, like this. You can use your beauty blender, but for me I normally use a brush. Actually, let me use a beauty blender too so that you can see how it looks like on this other eye. Now I'm going to use the beauty blender to blend this concealer on this other eye. So as you can see, they both do the same job. So you can either use that brush, any brush, or you can use a brush, or you can use a beauty blender. So with setting my eyelids, I'm going to go on. You can use any setting powder, but for me I'm going to use one called the Sacha Buttercup setting powder. This is how it looks like. Let me open it and you see. Okay, this is how the Sacha Buttercup setting powder looks like, and I'm going to apply some amount on my eyelids. Make sure that when applying, don't put a lot of setting powder on your eyelids. So make sure that you first remove the excess and then go on with the brush and apply it. I'd forgotten, when you're applying eyeshadow or when you're holding your brushes, make sure that you hold them from this side, okay, like at the ends, not here like this. When you hold them like this, it will be easy when you're blending. Your work will go on smoothly than when you hold them like this. You get? So make sure that you hold your brushes like this and then apply the setting powder. This doesn't apply only on the setting powder, but when you're applying your eyeshadow too, and then apply it. And yeah, by this we are creating an eyeshadow base. So do it gently You see, I'm going to apply the setting powder on my other eyelid. You see that? So now that we are done with priming our eyelids, we are done with setting them, we are done with creating that eyeshadow base. Now it's time for applying the eyeshadow, and today I'm going to show you some simple eyeshadow look you can try out whether you're going at school, at work, anywhere. First of all, I'm going to use an eyeshadow palette from the Full Face. That's how it looks like. Let me open it so that you can see when you buy it. That's how it looks like. So when you're applying eyeshadow, first of all, you have to note something down. You have to, I've told you that there are so many eyeshadow brushes, and we have one which we call a crease brush. So when you're applying eyeshadow, you should first work on your crease area. The crease area is the area between the bone and the eyelid. That means that it's this area. So when you're applying your eyeshadow, you should first apply eyeshadow in your crease area using a crease brush. This is to gives your eyes a dimension. Okay, there's a way it makes your eye look nice. So when you're applying that eyeshadow, we apply between the bone and the lid. That's the crease area, is what we call the transitional. You have to get a transitional shade, and when you're picking a transitional shade, make sure that you pick one which is matte. By the way, before we proceed, I would like to show you something. In the eyeshadows we have, in your eyeshadow palettes, we have color, we have shades, we have matte shades, and we have what you call the shimmery. So with the shimmery, even if you touch on them, they shine. I don't know if you can see it. Okay, shimmery is, for example, this one, blue. Okay, there is a way they shine, which is not the case with the matte. I don't know if you can see it. So with the matte shades, for them, let me pick one of purple still. With the matte, this is how it looks like. For them, they are somehow, or should I say dry? Okay, so when you're applying, that shade you should use as your transitional shade, make sure that it is matte in form. So for today, we have neutral colors, we have these colors for. So today I'm going to pick my transitional shade, which is going to be brown shade. As I've told you, when you're picking your transitional shade, make sure that it is matte in form, and I'm going to pick one shade from these neutral colors, from these neutral shades, and I'm going to go on with this brown. Actually, it depends on your skin shade, but for me, since you see my complexion is darker, I'm going to go on with this shade as my transitional shade, and I'm going to use a crease brush to apply it in the crease area. As remember that you have to hold your brushes like this, not like this. So let's apply it and we see how it will applying it on my brush. After applying it on my brush, as you can see, hold your brush like this. I'm going to go on and apply it. Make sure that you apply from the outer corner going to the inner corner, and never apply fresh eyeshadow on your inner corner. You get? So first of all, I'm going to go on with circular motions. Be gentle when you're doing this. Circular motions. As you can see, when you hold your brush like this, it will be easier when you're blending than when you hold it like this. The eyeshadow will go on other, I don't know how to say it, but make sure that you hold it like this, and please be gentle when you're doing this. Be gentle. You see? And make sure that you leave that space. You see this space here? Make sure that you leave it. So that's my transitional shade, and I'm done with applying it. You can add more, but that's just enough for me. Now that I'm done, I'm going to go on and apply it still on this other eye. After applying your transitional shade, you can go on. I'm going to go on with the dark shade, just here in the middle. I'm not going to apply it here up to cover my transitional shade, but I'm going to apply it somewhere here and then here at the outer corner. Make sure so that it can look darker. You will see how it's going to come out. Yeah? At the outer corner, I'm going to go on with the dark shade, and today I picked black. I'm going to go on with the black shade. It's one I'm going to use here at the outer corner. This black, still from the Full Face eyeshadow tray. So I'm going to go on and apply it using this brush. And now at the outer corner, I would first advise you to first tap. Remember, we want it to be darker. First tap. And that's the area. Okay, don't go up, but where you see your ball, is it a ball? Your eyeball. You see? Now, after tapping, I'm going to go on. You can go on and apply at the inner corner too, but make sure that you don't go with fresh eyeshadow at your inner corner. So I'm going to go on and blend. You see that? Still at the outer corner, I've used a matte shade. Do you see how it looks like? So now that I'm done with blending, I'm going to go on with my transitional shade and blend these two shades together. Go on and blend them together so that I don't have any lines. See. You see that? Do the same on this eye too. So now that I'm done with cutting my crease, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be blended. I'm going to do the same on my other eye too. Now that I'm done with cutting crease, okay, doing a cut crease, I'm going to go on and apply a shimmery shade. You can apply a matte shade here, but for me, since I want my eye look to be popping, I'm going to go on with the shimmery shade and apply it here. And make sure with shimmery shades there are so many, but for me I'm going to choose this one. You can choose pink, you can choose any purple, they're all here. You can choose any, but for me I'm going to choose this one, and it's what I'm going to apply here. So that you apply your shade on your flat brush. We're going to use a flat brush to do this job. Apply it. Then after applying it, don't drag. Just tap the eyeshadow onto your lid. Just tap it, don't drag. Tap. You see? We're going to just tap, don't drag. Actually, I've done a mistake there, but I'm going to do the same on this eye too. Tap, don't drag. Tap, don't drag. Now, if you like your eyeshadow to be popping, for example with these shimmery shades, you can go on with your setting spray, and then you spray it on your brush, apply that shimmery shade, and Remember, you can do this when you have already applied it, like this one. If you can see, this one is more popping like than this one, eh? So after doing that, you can come back and put it. You see, I don't know if you can see that now it's more shining than the other one. Oh no, I'd already applied on this eye too, so you can use that tip too. So now that I'm done with that, go on with this color you used here on the outer corner and blend it with this, so that you can remove those harsh lines. Blend it so that you can remove. Remember, this eyeshadow, it doesn't have to be perfect, the cut creases. What has to be perfect is how you have blended it. So just tap as you're moving those harsh lines. You see, I'm going to do the same on this other eye too. As you can see, there is a difference. You see the harsh lines? Here we don't have harsh lines. If you have made those mistakes, like the lines you have been seeing in my eyeshadow, you can go on with a small brush, go on with this color you have used in the outer corner, and then clean your crease so that it can look better and well shaped. You see that there is a difference from how it has been looking like and now. So I'm going to do the same on this eye too. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, that's how you can blend your eyeshadow very well. Now I'm going to go on and proceed and work on my face too. So okay, yes beauties, this is the final look. Let me know if you have liked it. Drop your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you think about it, and if you've liked it, kindly give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, share, and